Changing units in the customary system. Now, the customary system is used in the United States, and that's pretty much it. Most of the world uses the metric system, but we are currently sticking with it, and who knows, eventually it will change, but right now this is what we're working in, so we have to know how to convert things within those units, to those different units. Now, there's three different things, just like with the metric system that we have. There's length units, and the units of length we're going to be talking about are inch, foot, yard, and mile. Capacity units, those are fluid ounce, cup, pint, quart, and gallon. And weight units, an ounce, a pound, and a ton. Now, an inch is sort of like the length of the last part of your thumb from your knuckle on up. A foot is just like the size of a foot. A yard is a hundredth of a football field. And a mile, you probably have been able to run a mile in gym class. A fluid ounce, again, relatively small amount. A cup, that's like a cup of milk. A pint is like half a pint is those milk containers that are used in the cafeteria. A quart is basically a liter, like a half of a 2-liter bottle. And a gallon's like a gallon of milk. Now an ounce, again, not very much. Again, for weight units, I have a hard time of saying what they are. Pounds, again, if you step on a scale, you know what pounds are. And tons, that's a lot of pounds. And here are the ways to convert from one way to another, and I'm just going to go ahead and make it clear by sort of highlighting these to start with here. Here we got this one here. These ones here are all dealing with the length units. So here we got 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. And so now what we have is we're going to go ahead and move on to the next ones, which are going to be instead, these are capacity. So 1 cup is equal to 8 fluid ounces. 1 pint is equal to 2 cups. 1 quart is equal to 2 pints. And 1 gallon is equal to 4 cups. And the last ones over here are going to be 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. And 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. So it's really important to, first of all, make sure that you got everything down, and to understand which things you're converting from what. So if you look at 3 feet is equal to 3 feet 6 inches is equal to how many feet? So we're changing from this amount here to feet. And the first part of the problem is to recognize, well, I already have 3 feet. I know 6 inches is less than a foot, so I've just got to convert this part here because I've already got the 3 feet part. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just divide this portion by 12, because I look up here and I see, well, 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And so then I have 3 feet and 6/12 feet, so that's going to be 3.5 feet. So it's very logical. Now over here, 54 fluid ounces to cups. What am I going to do? I'm going to look up here for the conversion. Well, 8 fluid ounces in a cup. I'm changing. I need to remember, one of the important things to remember is to say, okay, is it multiplying or dividing? Well, I'm changing from something smaller here to something bigger, cups. So if that's the case, I'm going to be dividing. So I'm going to divide 54 by 8. When I do that, I'm going to end up with, let's see here, 54 divided by 8. That's going to be 48. 8 goes into 48 6 times. And then I have 6/8 left over. So I simplify it. It's going to be 6 3/4 cups. Now, this one here is a little bit trickier. It's 2 tons to ounces. Now, sometimes you have to convert a couple of different times before you get to the one you want to. There's no tons to ounce conversion. But if I look up here, I can convert tons to pounds and then pounds to ounces. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by 2,000. Because when I do that, I'm now going to have 4,000 pounds. But I still haven't gotten to the ounce thing yet. So I'm going to have to figure out, well, what do I need to do? I now need to change to ounces, so I have to multiply by 16. And that is going to be actually 64, because I know 4 times 16 is 64. It's actually 4 cubed, and 1, 2, 3 zeros. So that's 64,000 ounces in 2 tons. And that's a lot of ounces. And so that's how you figure this sort of thing out. So